No dejes hablar. Hello, guys. Hello, hello. Good afternoon. Goody, goody, goody. Who is here? Hello, Paulette. Good afternoon.
Hi, teacher.
How are you, Paulette?
Good, and you?
I'm doing good. Ready?
Yes.
Excellent. We have Mr. Jesus. What's up, Mr. Jesus?
Hello, teacher.
Doing good?
Yes, and you?
I'm doing good. Thank you. Thank you for asking. Evelyn, hello.
Hi, teacher.
How are you, Evelyn?
I'm fine.
I'm fine. How is the weather in Mexico City?
What?
How is the weather in Mexico City?
Y ya no vivo en Ciudad de México,
Oh, ¿dónde estás ahorita?
en el Estado de México.
Ah, okay. And how is the weather in El Estado?
I don't know.
You don't know. You don't know. Hi, Paul. Hello.
Hello,
How are you today, mister?
I'm good.
Excellent. Jimena, welcome. How are you? Hello, hello.
Hi, teacher. How are you today?
Hello, Emiliano. How are you?
Happy, teacher. And you?
You're happy? I'm happy too. Ready for the class.
Yes.
Excellent. Regina, hello.
Hi, Mr. Good afternoon.
How are you today? All good? Hi, Angie.
Yes.
Hi,
Excellent.
good afternoon.
Good afternoon. You ready, Angie?
Yes, I'm ready.
Perfect. All right, guys. Let me see your cameras. We can start with the class. We are going to go to step number 14 in your book, but we are not going to do this today. We're going to do this tomorrow. Wait a minute. Yeah, tomorrow, and tomorrow also, sorry. This is the class of today. Okay. Page number 4. Thank you, Jesus, for the camera. Thank you, Evelyn. Thank you, Regina. Let me see your cameras. Cameras. Thank you, Paulette. Mr. Paul, thank you very much. Emiliano, do you have camera? Angie. Jimena. All right. So, page number 4. Let's start. Okie doke. Thank you, Emiliano. How are you, Emiliano? Good?
Yes, teacher.
Ready? You have pencil and your book? Yes. Excellent. All right. Hi, Camila. Welcome. All right.
Hello.
Let's go with some information, grammar notes. Mr. Jesus, you are going to start, please.
Add ed for most of the regular verbs.
Excellent. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, talking about this, guys, remember let me see. It's in here? Yes. Okay, for you to remember, this is what we're gonna do. We are, in this part, we're gonna be talking about past. We're gonna be talking about the simple past. If you remember, the division is the verb to be, okay, which is was and were. You remember that? And the other verbs, that is that termination ed, okay? That is the class of today. The verbs with ed. Hi, Alina.
Hi, teacher. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Ready?
Yes.
Perfect. So, here it is, right? We are talking about simple past. And we understand this is a very important note to conjugate a verb in simple past. Right? To conjugate the verb in simple past, you have two options. Option number one, it's going to be add ed to the verb, obviously. And option number two is conjugate an irregular verb. For example, maybe you remember eat is an irregular verb, is going to be ate. Okay, so pretty much that is the information, right? To conjugate the verb in past. The termination is ed, okay? If it's regular, right, Paulette? Yes, no questions?
No.
No questions. Thank you, Alina, for the camera. Okay, so in this moment right now, we don't care about the irregulars, okay? In this moment, we don't care about the irregulars because we are going to study the termination ed only, okay, doc? All right. So this is what, obviously, you know, to do this transformation, to have the verb and then to include the, I'm sorry, to include the ed, right? To fusionate those, you know, to fusion the verb and the termination, we have three rules specifically. And this is rule number one, what Jesus was telling us, you know. Rule number one is to add, here it is, ed to most of the verbs. I would say like 80% of the verbs are very easy because you do the verb plus the ed. Okay, 80% of the verbs, but we have 20% of the verbs that we have a specific rules. Okay, are we understanding? Yes. Okay, so example, we have obviously clean, termination ed, cleaned, all right. Visit, the original verb. In past, visited. Help, termination, ed, helped, in past. All right? Okay, let's continue with number 2. Can you help me, please, Paulette?
When the verb ends with E and at only be.
Perfect, thank you, Paulette. So when the verb finish with E, like except love, dance, and like, only the D to complement the ed, right? Oh, wait a minute. This is incorrect. Copy and paste, Rayner. It has to be only the D. Loved, dance, only the D. Danced and like, only the D. Liked. Okay. No questions, right? Let's go with number 3. Camila, can you help me, please?
Yes. When the verbs end with consonant plus Y, eliminate Y and add I, ED.
IED, right? So maybe you remember in present, maybe you remember that in present, when you say, for example, cry, and you say she, what will be the conjugation for cry for she? Remember?
She cries.
She cries, right? So we are gonna do this transformation. IES for present, okay? So for past, you're going to do exactly the same, but it's going to be IED, okay? So it's exactly the same like in past, I'm sorry, like in present, but in this case, we change the S for D, okay, doc? Like cry, for example, or dried, or fly, right? Here we have the termination. No questions? No questions. So we have, no Rayner. I need to check this. Sorry, guys. We have one more rule. Profe, ¿puede enviar las diapositivas? Let me see. Oh, okay. Yes, Paul. Of course. Nice, man. Congratulations. All right. So going back over here in rule number 3, look at the situation. We have cry, and this is a Y, and this is a consonant, right? This is a consonant. So if, that will be the condition, right? If you have a Y and before you have a consonant, you eliminate, you eliminate the Y and change for I. If it's a consonant, but look at this one, pay attention on the next one. In here we have play. You have the Y, but before the Y, it's not a consonant. It's a vowel, right? A vowel. So look at that situation. Play is going to be played, okay? You don't change this one. Stay is going to be stayed because this is a vowel. But if you have cry, this is a consonant. All right, I eliminate this and change it for IED. Understandable? Yes? All right. Hi, Jaisa. Hello. How are you?
Hello, teacher. I'm good, and you?
I'm great, thank you. Are you tired? Or everything's good today?
Es que me acabo de despertar por eso, pero
Mhm.
es good.
Don't worry, Jaisa. Don't worry. Okay. Esta regla es un poco difícil, Pongamos un poquito más de atención, ¿ok? Un poco difícil. Look at that number 5. Can you help me, Alina, to read, please?
Yes. When the stress is on the final syllable of the words and ends with consonant plus vowel plus consonant, double the last consonant plus ed.
Exactly. Okay. So look at what Alina is saying. We have stop, right? Paying attention on the emphasis of the pronunciation, right? For example, stop, stop. You see the difference of the power? Yeah. So if you have this situation, you have 2 syllables, and then, sorry, but you have consonant, vowel, consonant, and 3, I'm sorry. That will be 3 options in this case, right? 2 syllables, consonant, vowel, consonant, and emphasis. And emphasis, like in this case, stop, all right? You're gonna do the double P or the double consonant, right? Like in here, double consonant and then the ed. Look at this example. You have admit, admit, admit. You see the power, right? And then you have consonant, vowel, consonant. All right, so I put double T, ed. Okay, doc. And then look at this one. You have 1 syllable only, 1 syllable. Plan. 1 syllable, consonant, vowel, consonant, double N, ed. Got it? Yes, no questions in this moment? Jesus, Paul, Angie, Paulette, no questions?
No, teacher.
Okie doke. And I'm sorry, one more, okay? One more. Look at this situation now. We have happen. Where is the emphasis? First or second in this case?
First,
The emphasis is on the first, the emphasis, right? But you have 2 syllables. You have consonant, vowel, consonant, right? Sorry, let me move this. 2 syllables, consonant, vowel, consonant, but the emphasis is in here. In the first one, you don't double. You don't double. Okay? Look at this one. Enter. Enter. Emphasis in enter. Consonant, vowel, consonant, well, it's okay. I don't care because the emphasis is in the number 1. We understand that one? Yeah, okay. Look at this. Suffer. Consonant, vowel, consonant, whatever, I don't care. Because it's the emphasis over here. All right. Okay. So let's do a review. How many rules we have? Let's focus on reviewed. Let's focus on only 3 rules. Which ones are they?
ED.
Number 1 will be ED. Very good. Add ED. Number 2.
Eliminate Y.
Eliminate Y. Okay, that will be 3, I think. Right? Eliminate Y. And add what?
I,
I,
ed.
ed. Thank you, Jesus. That's rule number, and rule number 2. It's the verb that finish with, E. What happens there?
Only the.
Only D. Add only D. Add D. And the other one is this one, the IED with well, rule number 4 is sorry, but it's gonna be necessary, right? Double consonant. In here, well, it's ED, right? Double consonant plus ED. Remember, you have 2 factors. The tonic syllable. No tonic syllable. Aquí estamos hablando de el énfasis en la palabra, right? In the verb. Okay. You got it? Yes. Let's go with the exercise number 1. Regina, can you help me with instructions, please?
Yes. It's number 4 page.
I think so. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Exercise 1. Learn the regular verb present on the pictures. Conjugate the verb in simple past, ed. Then
Oh.
indicate if the pronunciation of ed is dt or ed.
Okay. So let me check. How many spaces would you have? 42 spaces? 42 lines?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so let's do the conjugation of the verbs. Number 1 is going to be try. What's the spelling?
Try it.
How do you spell it, Alina?
T R I E D.
ED. So what rule is it? What rule is it?
Number 1. No. Yes.
Remember, it's number 1 is it's ED, number 2 is only D, number 3 is IED, and number 4, double consonant.
Number 2. No. Number 1.
Because it's try, remember?
Number 3.
It's number 3 because it's IED. All right, that's the exercise, guy, okay? Number 3. Let's continue. Paulette, help me with number 3, please. Tell me the termination, okay?
Yes. EB.
ED, you have to be travel, ED. Rule number?
1.
Rule number 1. Ready, Camila? Number 4. Translate. Termination.
D.
Translated. Termination D. Rule number?
1.
Only D.
Mm.
You remember? What rule is what rule is only D, guys?
Rule.
Rule number 2, look. Number 1 ED, number 2 only D, number 3 IED, and number 4 consonant. You got it?
Yeah.
Excellent. So only, this is rule number 2. All right. Let's see. Angie, please. Surf,
Yes. Surfed
termination with ed. Rule number?
3.
No. What rule is it, guys? Ed. Se les olvidan
Number-
las reglas. Remember, number 1 is ed. Number 2 is d. Number 3 is ied. And number 4, double. Right? So this is rule number?
1.
Number 1. There you go, Angie. Thank you. Jaisa. Let me see, Jaisa. Return. Return. She's not here. Maybe Evelyn.
Return ed.
ED. Return. It will have to be rule number?
1.
Number 1. Emiliano, are you here? Pool.
Yes, teacher.
Number
Bullet.
7. Termination.
Ede.
Yes, sir. Rule number? 1. Okie doke.
Yes.
Alina. Thank you, man. Alina. Order. Order. Termination.
Or the red
Yes, termination ED. Rule number 1.
1.
Yes, ma'am. Jesus, coming back to you. Need. Termination.
Ni con doble D, dice, ¿no?
No, no, mister, because this is vowel, vowel, consonant. We need consonant, vowel, consonant.
Ah,
Okay.
ID,
ED, rule number
1.
1, Regina. Number 10, mend. Como reparar, okay? Termination.
Number 2.
Number 2, but what's the termination in the spelling?
MEND.
D, yeah. So it's rule number 1, right?
Sorry, yes.
Yes, Alina, coming back to you. Lock.
Lock. Locket.
Yeah, ED, termination, ED, number 1. Paulette. Yes, ma'am. Paulette, kill. In pass.
Rule number 1.
Rule number 1. ED, rule number 1. Killed. Camila. Joke. Joke. Joke.
D.
Yoked. Only D. Termination. Oh, sorry. Rule.
Number
Number 2. Paul. Invent. Or Angie. Or Jaisa. No. Nadie de abajo está, mira. Todos con la cámara parada. Hijo. Mr. Jesus, help me, please. Invent.
ID,
Mhm.
number 1.
Thank you, mister. Coming back to you, Regina. Interrupt.
Interrupted.
Interrupted. Rule number
One.
1. Paulette. Hug. Look at that one, Paulette. We have one syllable, consonant, vowel, consonant.
Mm, Rule number 4.
Rule number 4, which is gonna be double GED. Thank you, Paulette. Alina, coming back to you. Maybe this verb is new for you. It's pedir raite, okay? Hitchhike. Pedir raite. All right, sorry, Alina.
Hitchhiker.
Yes.
Rule number 2.
Rule number 2, because finish with E. Yeah, only D. Rule number 2. All right. Hitchhikes. Number 18. Camila. Look at this verb. Es como voltear así en un segundo, ¿no? De que, It's like voltear.
D.
Only D. Glance. Only D. Rule number 2. Evelyn. Follow.
Follow is ing.
But it's with ED. We are in past, remember?
Yes, is ed.
ED only. Rule number 1. Paul, ready? Explain.
Explain it.
It has to be termination, ED. Rule number
1.
1. Thank you, mister. Hi, Jaisa. Ready, Jaisa? Exist.
Yes, teacher.
Termination,
ED.
ED. Rule number
1.
1. Yeah. Emiliano, drag. Uh-oh, be careful. Because we have one syllable, consonant, vowel, consonant. What is it, guys? Bless you, Camila. Bless you.
Thank-
What's the termination here? Oh, it's not W, it's G. What do you think? What do you think, Paul? What's the rule?
The rule or the
Or the spelling? The termination, what is it?
drag it? No. Or yes. Yes.
Yes, but look, consonant, vowel, consonant. ¿Qué pasa cuando tenemos esto? Remember. ¿Qué pasa, chicos? Consonant, vowel, consonant.
Se pone otra G.
We double the G, Paul, and ED, all right? And it's rule number 4. Let's see. Angie, are you here? Deliver.
Yes. Delivered.
ED, rule number
1.
1. ED. Coming back to you, Jesus. Count.
Counted. Number 1.
Set number 1. Regina, 25. Compare.
Compare with D.
Only with D. Rule number
2.
2. Alina, avoid. Esto es como prevenir, ¿ok?
Avoided.
Avoid it. Termination ED.
Number 1.
And rule number 1, thank you. Paulette. Termination ED. Paulette, 27. apologize. Pedir disculpas, apologize.
Rule number 2.
Rule number 2, only only D. All right, coming with you, Camila. Annoy.
I-E-D.
IED. Look. It's a vowel.
Oh, okay.
Only ED because this is a vowel. You don't change it. Rule number. This is rule number. It's rule number 4, but doesn't apply, right? Okay. Coming to advice, Paul. Aconsejar, advice. Give a
Advice.
recommendation. Yes.
Rule number 1.
Rule number 1. No, sorry. Look.
Rule number
Finishes.
2.
Rule number 2 because it finishes with E. Jaisa, afford.
For that,
Yeah, for debt, ED, termination, ED, rule number
1.
1. Coming back to you, Jesus, 30, 31, bleed, sangrar.
Bleed.
Yep, bleed, ED, rule number 1. Regina, ready? Bleed.
Yes,
Listen.
listen.
Listen, termination ED, rule number 1. Thank you. Ready, Alina?
Yes.
Mary. Look, we have a consonant, Alina.
Married.
IED. Rule number. Rule number 3, right? Number 3. 34, Paulette. Borrow. Pedir prestado. Borrow.
Rule number 1.
Rule number 1. Borrowed. Termination ED. Ready, Camila? 34. 35. Date.
Dated.
Dated. Termination only D. Rule number
2.
2. Paul, ready? Divide, Paul. Impasse.
Divided.
Divided. Termination only D. Rule number 2. Right?
Yes.
Ready, Evelyn? Employed. Dar empleo. Employ. Dar empleo.
Easy, employee.
Yes, ED. Rule number 1. Ready, Jaisa? Jaisa. 34. Fail. Reprobar. Fail.
Failed.
Termination ED. Rule number 1. Emiliano, are you here? Fill. Llenar. Completar. Not here. Angie, are you here?
Yes.
What is it?
Yes. Did you?
ED, yes. Rule number 1. Almost finished. Jesus, almost finished. Float. Flotar.
Floated.
Floated. Yep. Yep, it's correct. Rule number 1. Regina. Install.
Install.
Install. ed, rule number 1. And let's finish with introduce, only D, rule number 2. Okie dokie. Ok. A ver, ¿para qué es la terminación ed en el verbo? ¿Qué refleja o qué representa? ¿Mm?
Pasar.
Simple past.
Pasado. Simple past, ok? Simple past. Very nice. Okay, let me check the next exercise. All right. Okay, let's do this one. A listening. A bad day at the office, okay? This is step number 14. One second. Se están durmiendo. ¿Qué pasa, Yaisa? ¿Estás trabajando mucho? Muchas clases.
Yes, teacher. Son 4 al día.
De
Son de ajedrez
chess.
y tengo de
Ajedrez.
también,
¿Y de qué?
de francés.
All right. Estás muy cansada, right?
Yes, sometimes.
Sometimes. Es que la vida va muy rápido. A estas alturas ya todos andamos cansados, ¿no? Niños,
Yeah.
adultos, todo el mundo está cansado. All right, let's see the listening. I think it's easy. Can you help me, Jesus, with the instructions before I play it?
Exercise 2. Listen to the story and complete the blank space with verbs in simple past.
Okay, okay. So you're going to listen to the story and you need to catch the verb in simple past, right? What verb is that? Here we go.
True English Academy Listening Program. Step number 13. Listening. A bad day at the office. Exercise 3. Instructions. Listen to the story and complete the blank spaces with verbs in simple past. Last Friday was a very stressful day at the office.
Okay, ya empezó. Okay, here we go again.
Last Friday was a very stressful day at the office. For some reason everything went bad. First, it all started when I woke up late, then when I was ready in the car I spilled the hot coffee on my white shirt. I usually do not drink coffee but that day I really wanted some. So, I went back to my house to change. When I arrived at the office my boss Jonathan was angry because I came in late. I talked to him and I said I was sorry. Around 12 p.m. I received a call. It was one of my clients. He was angry too because the products I sold to him were broken. So, there was another problem. Around 3 p.m. my secretary told me that her son had a problem so she left the office early. That means more work for me. When the day finished at 7 p.m., I called my wife. She told me that she cooked my favorite dinner. I love my wife, she is always there for me every time I have a bad day at work. Tomorrow will be a new day.
Okay, complication 1 to 10, difficult 10, easy 1, what is it? Very complicated. So. Let's listen,
So.
so. Let's listen one more time, that paragraph number 1, and we are going to repeat paragraph number 1 until you catch it, okay? Here we go.
Inquiry and complete the blank spaces with verbs in simple past. Last Friday was a very stressful day at the office. For some reason everything went bad. First, it all started when I woke up late, then when I was ready in the car I spilled the hot coffee on my white shirt. I usually do not drink coffee, but that day I really wanted some.
Okay. Here we go, paragraph 1 more time. Paragraph number 1, one more time.
Last Friday was a very stressful day at the office. For some reason everything went bad. First, it all started when I woke up late, then when I was ready in the car I spilled the hot coffee on my white shirt. I usually do not drink coffee, but that day I really wanted some. So, I went back to my house to change. When I arrived at the office my boss...
All right, you finish paragraph 1? Or there is one verb that is complicated?
Me falta una.
Verb number 4, right? Number 4. Okay. The original verb for number 4, I'm going to spell it, okay? Is S-P-I double L. That's the original verb. S-P-I double L, and you put it in past. What termination is it?
ED.
ED, yep. Okay, let's listen. This is the last time, okay?
Last Friday was a very stressful day at the office. For some reason everything went bad. First, it all started when I woke up late, then when I was ready in the car I spilled the hot coffee on my white shirt. I usually do not drink coffee, but that day I really wanted some. So, I went back to my house to change.
Okay, let's go with paragraph number 2. It's very fast, okay? And you have 5 verbs. Ready? Here we go.
When I arrived at the office my boss Jonathan was angry because I came in late. I talked to him and I said I was sorry. Around 12 p.m. I received a call. It was one of my clients. He was angry too because the products I sold to him were broken.
Wait a minute. Where is it?
Usually do not drink coffee, but that day I really wanted some. So, I went back to my house to change. When I arrived at the office my boss Jonathan was angry because I came in late. I talked to
Hey, it's incorrect. The text. ¿Está mal? ¿O está bien?
Pues yo nunca escuché la parte de Last Friday.
Ajá, es lo que estoy checando. Está mal el texto. Let me check.
to him and I said I was sorry. Around 12.
A ver, let me share the screen 1 second. Con razón se me frustraron, pues si está todo mal. Sus caras, oh my God. Right, let me check. La primera parte está bien. What is verb number 1 of the first part?
Was.
Was. Yeah, that's correct. Second verb is
Studied.
Start.
start in past, started, right? Number three is easy. Number three is easy.
Was.
Was, very good. Number four was the difficult, spilled. And number five?
Want.
Want, and in past, wanted, right? All
Went
right.
bad. First, it all started when I woke up late, then when I was ready in the car I spilled the hot coffee on my white shirt. I usually do not drink coffee, but that day I really wanted some. So, I went back to my house to change. When I arrived at the office my boss Jonathan was angry because I came.
Okay. When I arrived at the office. Sí está bien. ¿Por qué me confunden?
So, I went back to my house to change. When I arrived at the office my boss.
When I arrived at my office, my boss Jonathan, ahí vamos. Okay? No sé por qué me confundí. I'm sorry, guys. I'm tired, Jaisa. You see? And it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. All right, here we go again.
When I arrived at the office my boss Jonathan was angry because I came in late. I talked to him and I said I was sorry. Around 12 p.m. I received a call.
Okay. Ahí está el párrafo 2. Here we go. Paragraph number 2 again.
When I arrived at the office my boss Jonathan was angry because I came in late. I talked to him and I said I was sorry.
One more time.
When I arrived at the office my boss Jonathan was angry because I came in late. I talked to him and I said I was sorry. Around.
You got it? All? You got them all? Yes. All right. Number 6, when I.
All right.
When I arrived, excellent. Arrived with ED, right? At the office, my boss, Jonathan.
Was.
Excellent. Was angry because I came in late. I.
Talked.
Yes. Talked. Sería talked, right? I talked to him and I. Said, yes, Regina, said. S-A-I-D, right? In past is irregular. And the last one is I was, sorry. Okay. All right. We are going to finish with this listening tomorrow. Okay. And tomorrow, let me check. Oh no, everything's good for tomorrow. Yeah. I will see you tomorrow. Thank you. All right. Bye-bye.
Thank you. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Goodbye, see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye. Bye, Jaisa. Bye, Paul.